There was an idea to bring together an awesome community to make YouTube videos that would entertain the world. But the world has left YouTube behind for the interactivity of Twitch streaming. So now, it's time to change that idea.
Hey there, folks. So, some things are going to be changing around here. I know I haven't had an update video in a long time, and that's because things have felt a little stagnant. And I want to mix things up finally. I know this sounds like extremely somber or whatever, and it's not. I promise, all good things. But I've been working a lot on the production side of things lately. I got some new lighting around me that I showed off in the last video that I did. I just got this new camera that I'm using for the first time. The Canon Rebel SL2. It's super nice. I actually spent most of the day, this is my first day with it, so sorry if nothing looks, perfect. I'm still playing around with it, but I actually spent part of the day after I got it doing some glamour shots of my cats that I'll put on a little slideshow right here, just because I'm really proud of them. It looks super good in pictures, and hopefully it looks good in video, but I'll continue to play with it, we'll see. But yeah, I've been working a lot on the production side of things, and you guys don't see most of it. It's unfortunate. I've been doing Final Fantasy IX story play for so long now, like about a year, well, over a year, about a year and a half, I think, total. And I'm not I don't hate it or anything by any means. It's honestly one of the things I'm most proud of on the channel, but I'm just burnt out on that kind of project. So I don't want to do those anymore. I don't want to do any more story plays. They've been an amazing experience. This is where the updates come in, by the way. I'm kind of flying fast and loose here. I'm just, I sat down, wanted to do an update, here it goes. So it's going to be my normal rambling, no script, nothing. Just me and this camera. And you, of course, if you're listening. But yeah, I don't want to do any more story plays. Everyone that has helped on those with me, I can't thank you enough. You guys have all been amazing. All, 30 plus, probably close to 50 total across all three of them are just, I can't thank you enough, honestly. I don't even have the words for it. But also, I don't think anyone out there realizes how much work those are for me before anyone else even comes along. I've kind of mentioned it before, like the, playing through the game, the cutting into episodes, the auditions, all that stuff, before I even start piecing in voices. Each one of those is over 100 hours of, my time put into them. And I'm not seeing much of a return on that time investment. I was going to say on investment, but, I don't get paid for this. But I'm not seeing much of a return on that time investment. And that's unfortunate. I'll just say that. It's unfortunate. I'm really proud of those. I know everyone involved is very proud of them too. And they're not getting watched. So I figure, YouTube is dying. I'm very aware of that. It's in a state where a lot of things aren't doing well, just in general. It's not just me. But I figure if I'm going to spend my time on something that isn't going to be watched, I want it to be something that doesn't take 100 hours to do and is actually more video production oriented. That's my goal here. I'm fine with doing things that get 0 views. Well, fine with doing things that get 0 views if they actually progress my video production ability forward a step. And as amazing as these story plays are, they are essentially just playing through a game, cutting it into episodes, and putting voice tracks in there. It looks impressive, but on the level of skill, it's fairly low. So I want to do more stuff like, cool camera angles and fun, editing techniques and things like that I can really dig into and add to a, future video resume for job opportunities. That's kind of my goal here. So that's why I'm putting more money into better equipment and things like that. Because even if they don't go on this YouTube channel, I can use this for like freelance work or something like that. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I don't necessarily care about like a specific gaming project. I care about something that's interesting on a production level, if that makes sense. So that being said, I'm not going to stop doing those kinds of projects entirely. I'm just going to stop the things that take so much of my time that I can't do anything else. Like each of those Final Fantasy IX episodes, because I spend so much on the pre-production of it, I spend probably 5 to 8 hours of my week finishing up, cutting up the voices into the episode. Sorry, I was trying to stifle a burp and it was not working, so that sentence was difficult for me. I'm not editing this, so enjoy the unabashed me, as I like to call it. But anyway, a majority of my free time at night, like after work and everything like that, is spent putting these episodes together and uploading them and tagging them and, putting all the voice cast in and everything like that and putting out one of those a week. That's about it. That's most of my free time. So, I like to still game for leisure. So I do a little bit of that. I do Final Fantasy IX. And occasionally if I have like an extra weekend, like, where my wife and I aren't going out and doing anything or something like that, I can start another video. And I have. I've been trying to do like one, well-produced video a month. In October, there was the Marvel pitches, which I had a lot of fun with, even though I had to upload it twice, because screw you, Fox. I hope Disney buries you. I really don't. I love Fox, and that's a different story. In September, I did something. I'm not going to keep going back, apparently, because I can't remember. Time is a construct, man. It's been flying by lately. I can't keep track. Anyway, this month, I am planning a Marvel month, a Zelda month video with some friends of mine. We're in kind of the mid-production, I guess you can call it. Like, I have some of the stuff for it. I've written my part of the script. I just have to actually record it and put it all together. I was waiting for this camera, so it'll probably be end of November, but there will be a Zelda month video. I've got a few other ideas on my board over here that I'm not going to show right now, but I'm working on stuff, is the point. And it will still be kind of the list videos or editorials. And September was the Mega Man X5. That's what it was. I would have already shown it, but just so I figured it out without having to go back into my YouTube list and look up the videos. Yay me. Yeah, so it'll still be that kind of stuff. I just want to do a little bit fancier stuff with them. I want to make them look nicer. Like this, I'm really proud of this setup behind me right now. Because I opened my space up a little bit more, I can actually kind of spread my legs and not be right up against the wall. I think it looks really nice. It kind of gives it like a dynamic view. I don't know. Anyway, I need to figure out a little bit of the lighting stuff still, but I kind of put this up quickly to get this video out. So it's not perfect, but it's a vlog. Whatever. I don't care. It's a test. But I am also on kind of the story play side of things. In probably 2019, like after I finish up Final Fantasy IX, because that will be finished by the end of the year. I'm going to double up a few weeks for what I've missed, but it will be done by the end of the year still. In 2019, I'm going to start kind of a simpler story play type series, and if it does well, I might do it with some other games, like some other, pre-voice acted games. I'm going to be cutting together in a similar way Spider-Man on PS4. I've actually started on it already. I've recorded the whole game just because I kind of wanted an excuse to play it again because I love that game. Don't judge me. And in New Game Plus, I was able to go through without constantly popping up levels and stuff between missions. So it ran a little smoother. It wasn't so difficult because I'm bad at video games. So the only way I can play through it well is if I'm level 50 from the start, and I still died a few times. But the point is, that's actually been really cool to cut together because it kind of flows like a TV show anyway. So it's just kind of cutting out some of the swinging, a lot of the combat bits, some of the meandering between missions, things like that. but it flows really nicely. And I've found a fun way. I'll put some footage of like the first episode on there to show kind of what I'm doing with it. But I've cut it together in a way that makes it feel almost like a motion comic. So the transitions and things like that kind of flow like it's a comic in action. And I think that helps to make it not feel like I'm just cutting together scenes. Because one of my biggest problems with the Final Fantasy stuff is between transitions and stuff is just like a crossfade. Like, here's the next scene, crossfade. And that gets a little old, so I was trying to kind of come up with some ways to make it a little more interesting. But the point is, this is still something I can put out weekly, for a few months, and doesn't take all of my free time. So it's been a lot of fun to cut together, and it'll help to pad the channel, as much as I hate to say that, between the bigger, more produced things. So yeah, if that does well, we'll see what other games I might do in the future, but for right now it's just kind of a fun follow-up project to Final Fantasy IX. So I do have that. There's more produced videos coming. There's a Spider-Man story play coming. I'm also going to start streaming. I did kind of a test stream. I'll have maybe a little bit of footage over here of that, but I spent a lot of time, like more time than I would have expected to, making some overlays and new graphics and things like that for my Twitch channel. Twitch got complicated. I don't know when that happened, but Twitch got complicated. So I might be asking for some help from some of you Twitch experts out there. But my thought is I spend a lot of time like recording gameplay, like random gameplay from random games that I'm going to use in videos. Like right now I'm recording a bunch of footage from Mario games. So I streamed some Mario Odyssey because that was a nice like widescreen, newer game that I can use to try out my overlay. But also I can just kind of crop down and cut just the footage part of that, like get rid of the overlay, and use that for videos. By doing it that way, I'm actually being productive toward the channel, but also, adding streaming like once a week. I'm still trying to figure out the schedule. I think it'll be Thursdays for a few hours in the evening, but I don't want to stream at a night when too many of my other friends stream. So I'm just kind of, keeping that in mind. Those of you that stream like every night, I can't do anything about that. You stream too much. But I'm going to stream probably Thursday nights from like 7 to 9 Central Standard Time, I'm thinking. Just because that gives me time to eat and kind of settle in and get the stream ready. And I'm not going super late because my wife usually goes to bed around 9. And I want to say goodnight to her, But yeah, nothing too crazy, but it'll just give me a chance, kind of like when I'm usually recording random gameplay for videos anyway, to stream that, and then I can kind of cross-promote. Because, like I said, YouTube is dying, so if I can kind of bolster an audience on Twitch, and then say, hey, by the way, Twitch people, I also make some produced stuff over on YouTube, you should check that out too. Then maybe I'll get some new people over on YouTube, and bring it back to life a little bit, Or it might just be a fun little diversion and maybe make me better at this whole talking at a camera without a script thing that I'm not currently very good at. Yeah, so if you like streaming and you like me, maybe check those out sometime. They're also going to be starting in 2019. I probably should have started with that. So yeah, that's most of my updates. I'm going to be changing up the type of content I do in the future. I'm going to try to do some more produced stuff, like maybe even not gaming related things. I want to take this camera out and do some fun stuff with it once I kind of figure out how it works a little bit better. I'd love to do like some short film type stuff, but I don't really have many friends around here that could be, actors for me. So I'd have to like recruit some people and come up with some stuff to do. So we'll see. The world is my oyster, right? Oyster? Oyster? Oi? I need to end this. Oi. Yeah, the world is my oyster. 2019 is going to be an interesting year. Let's just put it that way. But I hope you out there in camera land are going to come along on this ride with me and see where it takes us all. I have no idea right now, but it's been like 2 years since I've just given kind of a state of the channel type address, so I figured it was time to just check in with y'all. But yeah, things are honestly really good over here. I just want to get back to what I originally planned with this channel, which was to kind of have variety, have editorials, you know, put out my opinions. I think I got too bogged down. Like, I did do Let's Plays, but I never really got caught up in like the Let's Play brand. But I think recently I got a little too bogged down and I have to get a video out every week. Who cares about a schedule? Like, YouTube suppresses so much stuff in the subscription box anyway. Most people get the video announcements from Twitter and things like that. Or just like me telling them, hey, I put a video out this week, and then they go over to my channel and check. Like, schedules don't really matter anymore, do they? On Twitch, sure, you want to be consistent so people know when to find you. But that's live. People have to catch that. On YouTube, I have a few videos from like a year ago that are regularly bringing in like 100 or 200 views a day. No idea why, but I get new subscribers from those things every day, or, you know, every week, I'll say. And for some reason, everything else on my channel is dead, but they continue to grow. So you never know. YouTube is an anomaly these days. So I'm just going to make what I want to make, and whoever wants to come along for the ride, thank you. I welcome you. If it's not your style, if it's not what you signed up for, I'm sorry. There's literally thousands, if not millions, of other channels on YouTube, and I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. But I gotta do me, just like you gotta do you. So that's all I got here. I'm gonna stop rambling, but that's all I got for now. So until the next, like, real video where, you know, I put a little more effort in, have fun.